The most stylish women don't chase trends. They follow rules that never fail. These aren't the kind of rules that confine you. They're the kind that liberate you. The kind that make getting dressed feel effortless, that make you look put together without trying too hard, that create a signature style people recognize and remember. This fall, the women who truly understand style are returning to something deeper than fashion. They're embracing principles that transcend seasons, principles that have always defined elegance. Welcome to Elegance in Every Detail, where timeless taste meets modern grace. Fall 2025 marks a turning point. The noise of constant trends is fading, and in its place, something more meaningful is emerging. A return to intentional dressing, to quality over quantity, to style that speaks in whispers rather than shouts. The women leading this shift understand something fundamental. True style isn't about what's new, it's about what endures. Today, we're revealing the 10 fashion rules that the most stylish women are living by this fall. These aren't fleeting guidelines that will be forgotten by winter. They're principles that will serve you for years to come. Let's begin. Rule 1. Invest in the coat that tells your story. A woman's coat is her signature. It's the first impression, the lasting image, the piece that frames everything else. This fall, the most stylish women aren't collecting coats. They're choosing one exceptional piece that reflects who they are and wearing it with complete conviction. The rule is simple. Find the coat that makes you feel most like yourself, elegant, confident, intentional, and let it become part of your identity. Perhaps it's a camel wrap coat that flows as you walk, belted at the waist with effortless grace. Or a structured navy pea coat with gold buttons that catches the light just so. Maybe it's a long black wool coat that sweeps the tops of your boots, creating one unbroken line of quiet sophistication. The women who understand this rule know that a coat is never just outerwear. It's an investment in how you move through the world. It's the piece that makes every outfit underneath feel more considered, more refined, more you. Look for natural fibers, wool, cashmere blends that have weight and substance. Notice the details. Real horn buttons, a full lining, pockets that lie flat, seams that are perfectly aligned. These subtle markers separate a coat that looks expensive from one that simply is expensive. And here's the wisdom. When you find that coat, wear it until it becomes part of your story. Let it be the thing people remember about your autumn style. Rule 2. Build your palette around 3 sophisticated neutrals. Color speaks before you do. And this fall, the most stylish women are letting their palettes whisper elegance. The rule: choose 3 rich, warm neutrals and build your entire fall wardrobe around them. Not beige and gray and black, those are expected. Choose something deeper, more complex, more interesting. Camel, chocolate, and charcoal. Or perhaps deep forest green, burgundy and cream, maybe slate blue, rust and sand. The specific colors matter less than their richness, their depth, their ability to work together seamlessly. When every piece in your wardrobe speaks the same tonal language, something magical happens. You can get dressed in the dark and still look impeccably put together. Nothing clashes, everything harmonizes. This is the secret of women who always look cohesive. They've eliminated the decision fatigue of color matching by making one intentional choice at the beginning of the season. And here's the sophistication in this approach. When your palette is consistent, you can focus on texture, silhouette, and details instead of spending mental energy wondering if things go. The women living by this rule understand that limitation breeds creativity, and a refined palette is never limiting. It's liberating. Rule 3. Texture before embellishment. True luxury doesn't announce itself with logos or sparkle. It reveals itself through texture. This fall, the most stylish women are choosing pieces where the fabric itself is the statement, where you want to reach out and touch what you're seeing. Cashmere that's so soft it feels like a whisper against your skin. Wool with a subtle heathered texture that catches the light differently from every angle. Leather that's been burnished to a gentle sheen. Silk that moves like water. The rule here is simple but transformative. Before you buy something because it's pretty or trendy, ask yourself, how does it feel? Is the texture adding something meaningful, or is it just there? Women who understand elegance know that texture creates visual interest without trying too hard. A chunky cable knit sweater paired with sleek trousers. A silk blouse under a wool blazer. A a suede bag against a cotton dress. These contrasts create sophistication because they show intention. They show someone who thinks in layers, in dimensions, in the subtle interplay of materials. And here's what this rule protects you from: buying pieces with artificial shine, with embellishments that cheapen rather than enhance, with textures that look rich in photos but feel disappointing in person. Choose fabrics that age beautifully. Choose textures that become more interesting with wear, not less. Rule 4. Master the art of proportion. Elegance lives in the space between too tight and too loose, between structured and soft, between statement and simplicity. This fall, the most stylish women are thinking not just about individual pieces, but about how those pieces relate to each other in proportion. The rule: balance is everything. If you're wearing something oversized on top, choose something more fitted on the bottom. If your trousers are wide and flowing, pair them with something tailored above. An oversized cashmere sweater looks infinitely more elegant when tucked loosely into high-waisted trousers than when it's drowning a pencil skirt. Wide-leg pants achieve their full grace when paired with a fitted turtleneck, not another voluminous piece. This is about creating visual harmony, about dressing in a way that flatters your frame by playing with volume and structure intentionally. And here's the sophistication. Women who master proportion never look like they're trying. They look like they simply know what works. Because they do. Pay attention to where things hit on your body. A coat that ends mid-thigh creates a different proportion than one that hits below the knee. Cropped trousers change the line entirely from full-length ones. These details matter. The most stylish women this fall are thinking about their silhouette as a whole, not as separate pieces competing for attention. Rule 5. Your handbag is your punctuation. A handbag doesn't complete an outfit, it punctuates it. And the most stylish women know exactly what punctuation mark they want to make. This fall, the rule is quality and restraint. One exceptional bag will serve you better than a collection of mediocre ones. Look for bags with clean lines, minimal hardware, and leather that will patina beautifully over time. Avoid logos that announce themselves. Choose shapes that are classic enough to transcend trends, but distinct enough to have personality. The women living by this rule carry bags that feel like investments, not just in money, but in their own style evolution. A bag that will look as elegant in 5 years as it does today. And here's the wisdom about color. While black is classic, consider a warm brown, a deep burgundy, or a rich navy. These colors work with everything, but feel more considered, more personal, more intentional. Your bag should be proportionate to your frame. If you're petite, an oversized tote can overwhelm. If you're taller, a tiny clutch might look lost. Find the scale that harmonizes with your body. Treat your bag well. Clean it, condition the leather, store it properly. A well-maintained bag is always elegant. A neglected one never is. Rule 6. Shoes that whisper, not shout. The most stylish women this fall are wearing shoes you might not immediately notice, but once you do, you can't look away. The rule: elegance lives in subtlety. Choose footwear that's beautifully made, impeccably maintained, and quietly confident. This doesn't mean boring. It means shoes with clean lines, quality leather, and details that reveal themselves upon closer inspection rather than demanding immediate attention. Classic leather boots in cognac or chocolate that will carry you through the entire season. Loafers and buttery suede that look equally elegant with trousers or dresses. Low heels with architectural interest, but no unnecessary embellishment. They're shoes you can walk in confidently, because the women who look most stylish aren't hobbling. They're moving through the world with ease. This fall, comfort and elegance are no longer opposing forces. They're partners. The most refined women understand that limping in beautiful shoes isn't beautiful at all. Keep your shoes immaculate. Polish them regularly. Repair heels before they're damaged. Store them with shoe trees to maintain their shape. This level of care is what separates truly stylish women from those who are simply well-dressed. And here's the secret: 3 pairs of excellent shoes will take you further than 10 pairs of mediocre ones. Rule 7. Jewelry as signature, not distraction. The most stylish women wear the same jewelry almost every day. Not because they lack options, because they've found their signature. This fall, the rule is intentional repetition. Choose a few pieces that feel like extensions of yourself and wear them consistently. Perhaps it's a simple gold chain you never remove, a pair of pearl studs that feel timeless, a vintage watch with a leather strap, a single ring that means something to you. The women living by this rule understand that jewelry should accent, not overwhelm. It should feel personal, not performative. This doesn't mean minimalism for its own sake. It means choosing pieces with meaning, with quality, with staying power. Real gold over plated, real stones over imitations. Not because of snobbery, but because these pieces age beautifully and become part of your story. And here's the sophistication. When you wear the same beautiful pieces repeatedly, they become part of how people recognize you. They become your signature, your unspoken personal style language. Rule 8. Posture is your invisible accessory. No piece of clothing, however expensive or well-made, can compete with poor posture. And no outfit, however simple, can fail when worn with elegant bearing. The most stylish women this fall understand that how you carry yourself matters more than what you're carrying. The rule is this: stand as if there's a golden thread pulling you up from the crown of your head. Shoulders back, but relaxed. Chin parallel to the ground. Core gently engaged. This isn't about rigidity, it's about alignment. It's about moving through space with intention and grace. When you improve your posture, everything changes. Clothes hang better, you photograph better, you feel more confident, and that confidence reads as elegance. Practice this daily. Notice when you're slouching and gently correct. Over time, good posture becomes natural, and that naturalness is what makes truly stylish women seem effortlessly put together. Because here's the truth: elegance isn't just about what you wear. It's about how you inhabit what you wear. Rule 9. Edit until only the essential remains. The most stylish women have learned what to remove, not just what to add. This fall, the rule is ruthless curation. A closet full of pieces you love and wear is worth infinitely more than one stuffed with things you keep just in case. Before you add anything new, ask, do I have space for this in my life? Does it work with what I already own? Will I still want to wear this in 3 years? The women living by this rule understand that limitation creates freedom. When every option in your closet is excellent, getting dressed becomes effortless. This is also about removing things that no longer serve you. That dress that doesn't fit quite right, those shoes that hurt your feet, that coat you bought on sale but never loved. Create space for what you truly value by removing what you don't. The result? A wardrobe that feels luxurious, not because it's full, but because it's intentional. Rule 10. Confidence is your most elegant garment. The final rule, and perhaps the most important, is this: wear everything with quiet confidence. The most stylish women this fall aren't seeking approval. They're not second-guessing their choices. They've made intentional decisions about their style, and they trust those decisions completely. This confidence doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from knowing yourself, understanding what works for your body and lifestyle, and making choices that align with who you are. When you're comfortable in what you're wearing, when you trust your own taste, when you're not comparing yourself to everyone around you, that's when true elegance emerges. Because style isn't about looking like someone else. It's about looking like the most refined version of yourself. The women who embody this rule move through the world with ease. They're not fidgeting with their clothes or constantly checking mirrors. They're present, engaged, comfortable in their own elegance. And that presence, that ease, is more magnetic than any designer label could ever be. These 10 rules aren't restrictions, they're revelations. They're the principles that the most stylish women return to season after season because they work, because they create a foundation for true personal style. A signature coat, a refined palette, luxurious textures, balanced proportions, a quality handbag, elegant shoes, signature jewelry, impeccable posture, ruthless editing, and unwavering confidence. This is what style looks like when it's not chasing trends, when it's rooted in something deeper, more meaningful, more enduring. This fall, choose elegance over everything else. Choose quality over quantity. Choose intention over impulse. Choose pieces that will serve you not just this season, but for seasons to come. If these principles resonate with you, subscribe to Elegance in Every Detail for more style wisdom and everyday refinement. Leave a comment sharing which rule speaks to you most. I love hearing your thoughts. Remember, the most stylish women aren't born. They're made through thoughtful choices, consistent refinement, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who they are. Until next time, dress with intention and walk with grace.